As we kick off another new year, it's that time of the year when watch brands, especially the big players like Rolex, decide to play the pricing game. If you've been eyeing that Rolex for a while, the price tag might be doing a little dance this year. But hey, before the disappointment sinks in, let's turn it around. Understanding how these prices have been going up and down from year to year might just be the key to making a savvy move when you decide to splurge on that wrist bling. So, glue your attention because we're about to unravel the 2024 price saga of your favorite Rolex models. Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 and 41. Let's zoom in on the more wallet-friendly Oyster Perpetual. If you've been eyeing the 36mm and 41mm versions, here's the lowdown. The price bump isn't as wild as some other Rolex models. Take the Oyster Perpetual reference 126000 for example. It kicked off 2023 with a $6,630 tag and now flaunts a $6,930 price, a modest 4% hike. Its bigger sibling, the 41mm with reference 14300, went from $6,695 to $7,232, also rocking a 4% increase. Not too shabby, right? Now it's worth throwing in a reminder that when we rewind to 2022, the Oyster Perpetual did see a bit more noticeable price shuffling. So while the 2023 to 2024 dance is a tad gentler, it's always good to keep an eye on those numbers. Rolex Submariner. Now let's dive into the world of Submariner price updates, the heartthrob of the Rolex lineup. First in the spotlight is the stainless steel Submariner reference 124060. Last year it kicked off at a cool $9,970, and now it's flexing a $14,100 price tag, a 5% upgrade for this iconic diver. Shifting gears to the Submariner date crew, the reference 126610LN started 2023 at $11,770 and has now taken a leap to $17,250. If you've got your eyes set on the green bezel wonder, the reference 126610LV, it danced from $17,250 to $12,273. Both of these hikes fall within the 5% range, keeping it in the family. Now let's talk Rolex magic with the reference 126613LB and 126613LN. They kicked off 2023 at $16,998 and are now standing tall at $17,995, a 5.4% spruce up. If you're on the yellow gold vibe with the reference 12668LN and 12668LB, the price went from $42,988 to $44,270. And for those who find joy in the stunning white gold reference 1266119LB, starting at $45,500 in 2023, it's now shining at $47,667. Both of these price tweaks fall in the 4.5% to 5% ballpark, dancing in tune with the Daytona models. If anything, the Submariner crew sure knows how to keep the price game interesting. Rolex Day Date 36 and 40. If you were eyeing that 40mm yellow gold reference 228238 about a year back, the tag would have been a cool $41,890. Fast forward to now, and the new price is holding strong at $43,942.83. That's a hike of $2,052.83 from the $41,890 mark. Not to mention, it's also a significant leap from the $38,040 it started with in 2024, a journey of $9,797 up the price ladder. Now, if your heart leans towards the Day Date 40 in either olive green or elegant white gold, get ready to dig a bit deeper into those pockets. The 2024 price for these beauties is now set at $47,339 compared to $45,000 and $38,000 from the previous year. That's a 5% uptick, giving your wrist the luxurious upgrade it deserves. But before we spill more secrets into the world of Rolex timepieces, subscribe now to elevate your style and stay ahead in the world of luxury watches. Now let's continue our journey. Rolex Datejust. Now let's take a peek at a couple of gems from the extensive Datejust lineup. First up, the 36mm Stunner, reference 126234, flaunting that fluted bezel on a Jubilee bracelet. A year back, it graced the scene with a $9,643 price tag. Fast forward to now, and it's making a statement at $11,900, a chic 5.6% rise in its price dance. Now, for those who like to go big with the 41mm crew, the reference 126334 would have set you back $13,410 about a year ago. The current groove is singing a tune at $19,450, a 5.3% price shimmy. Whether you're going for the sleek 36mm or the bold 41mm, both are stepping up their game in the price arena. Rolex GMT Master 2. Now let's embark on a journey through the world of the GMT Master 2, a go-to companion for globetrotters in its various captivating versions. Similar to the tales of previous models, let's spotlight some of the noteworthy variations and their intriguing price shifts. Starting with the iconic Pepsi and Batgirl renditions of the GMT Master 2, gracing the scene with Jubilee bracelets, the reference 126710BLRO and BLNR. These beauties stood tall at $13,830 on the price stage about 12 months ago, and now they've taken a bow at $14,380. It's a 5% rise in their price melody, keeping the beat steady. Now onto the much-discussed Destro Sprite, the reference 126720VTNR. This one had the spotlight at $11,630 a year back, and now it's commanding attention at $19,850. That's a noticeable 6.7% rise, making it a star in its own right. Shifting gears to the dazzling two-tone Rolex GMT Master 2, the reference 12673GR&R, making its debut during Watches and Wonders. Back then it took the stage with a list price of $11,826, and now it's stealing the show at $11,220. That's a 5.4% rise, adding an extra sparkle to its presence. Now for the Rolex Root Beer, the reference 126711CHNR on the Oyster bracelet. It started its journey at $17,000 with an extra $533 in tow in January 2023. Fast forward a year, and it's now standing tall at $18,860 with an additional $630, a 6.25% rise in its price tail. Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. In the tale of the stainless steel Daytona, let's rewind to January last year, when the older model, referenced 116515LN, set the stage with an $11,648 price tag. When the new model made its grand entrance at Watches and Wonders, it stepped in at a mere $11,650. Fast forward to today, and the steel Daytona, referenced 126500LN, is claiming the spotlight at $17,200. That's a 7% increase from a year ago and a 5% bump from the grand reveal at Watches and Wonders. Now on to a couple of other players in the Daytona lineup. The two-tone Rolex Daytona, reference 126503, started its journey at $21,960 and now has a new price tag of $22,400. Moving on to the Yellow Gold Maestro, the Daytona referenced 126508 kicked off at $42,845 and is now shining at $45,000. Both of these price updates fall within the 5 to 6% range, keeping the Daytona aura intact. As for the white gold Daytona 24 Hours of Le Mans, referenced 126529LN, it recently took a leap from $56,000 and $215 to $58,515, marking a 4% rise in its wristwatch tail. To sum it up, the watch price scene in January 2024 seems to be playing it cool with increases ranging around 4 to 6%. Not as steep as the hikes we saw in 2022 and 2023, where prices were doing some serious acrobatics. Now what's interesting is that Rolex models are taking the lead in this price play, even with the buzz around two-tone Rolex watches. It adds a bit of mystery to the watch world, doesn't it? As we wrap up our stroll through the ever-evolving dance of Rolex prices, let's chat. Which Rolex model has your heart doing a little horological tango? Are you eyeing that classic Submariner, perhaps considering the sleek GMT Master 2, or dreaming of the iconic Daytona? Share your watch crush stories in the comments below. We're all ears. If this Rolex price rollercoaster kept you entertained and you want to keep the conversation going, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more wristwatch wonders, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for joining the conversation, and until our next wristwatch rendezvous, stay stylish and enjoy every tick of the journey.